Chapter 7: The Great Mining Game. Mining has a long history in Australia, from the gold rushes of the 1850s to the 2010s boom in shale oil and gas. At its core, mining is about digging up a fixed stock of things already in the ground and selling it. One peculiar aspect of mining is that it does not really matter much to the wealth of the population when the stuff is dug up or how difficult it is to dig up, as anything left in the ground can simply be sold a generation later. Barring price changes and inflation, it is not all that important if mining is delayed. The fact that mining is a fixed resource industry makes the politics of mining exceptionally simple. Do the mining companies manage to corner the wealth, or does the general population get most of the wealth? It is simply them or us, and in the beginning, all the rights belong to us. In turn, this also makes James's game very simple. Can James usurp the rights to what is in the ground with minimal taxation, or does he have to share with Sam? James, of course, understands these basics, which is why he's been trying to muddy the waters for decades, so as to have some chance of persuading Sam that his interests are the same as theirs. In fact, they are diametrically opposed. But James is rather clever, and he has managed to muddy the waters in ways you would never expect if you were not paying attention. A simple yet fundamental part of James's game is to be given licenses for mining on the cheap, later sharing the spoils with befriended politicians, councillors, and whomever else is important in the system granting mineral rights. In this regard, James is playing the same game as he did when it came to property development. He ingratiates himself with the right people, gets himself on reform commissions, runs for elections when he needs to be the politician himself, joins the right clubs, produces favourable economic analysis and publicity, and generally plays a classic game of mates. James also cunningly gets the community to pay for many of his costs. To achieve this, he had to move with greater stealth, presenting things like railway lines to his mine as normal railway lines, and harbours that were only there to sell his products as harbours for everyone, even if no one else lived close by. Generally, the less the population was paying attention, the more he could get away with transferring his production cost onto the community. The trickier part for James was to get himself low taxes for his products, again sharing the spoils of low taxation with the mates he teamed up with. Clever accounting helped him, such as... I hope you've enjoyed this sample from the audiobook Rigged. To hear the full book, please subscribe to Fresh Economic Thinking.